Well, welcome everybody, and this is Tom Martinez with Delta Performance Group. I'm glad you're here with us, and I'm here with my partner, David Bush. Dr. David, are you there?
I'm here. Hey, how's it going? Great to be with you once again.
Pretty good, pretty good. And we were just happy to be speaking about the event that we have now in January 8th. It's a Zoom event, is a virtual event, is a Live2Lead 2020, and we're still rebroadcasting this in different parts. We start in January 8th at 8 a.m. And I say, well, why don't we share this with our friends and our colleagues and our professionals and our business people, and why not? So here we are. What do you think?
I think it's great. I'm looking forward to it. You know, you and I have done something we've never done before. We've taken the Live2Lead event and turned it into a mastermind group, and it has just been excellent. And I don't know about you, Tom, but watching those videos repeatedly has just really added value to me. And of course, we've had some great conversations with all the different people that have watched it with us. And I'm actually doing another one right now with a guy that just individually, he and I are watching the video and discussing it one-on-one. And it's just been excellent.
Yes, and the feedback that we're receiving is a lot of growth. It's a lot of growth. Like you said, we were doing this. We're kicking in another notch. You know, it's like not only you can watch the Live2Lead event on your own. You can actually watch it for the whole time. It's about 5 hours, and now we're doing is just dividing it in 5 different weeks, 5 different times, and 5 different speakers, and discussing it. I mean, we're squeezing it, and my goodness, we're benefiting from it a lot. Every time we did it last year, we've done it like a couple times already, and I learned a lot from the people who go there. What do you think? I mean,
that's probably been my favorite. I mean, the events and the speakers are just world class, and we've always gotten a lot out of that. But just listening to each person discuss what they're learning and how they viewed that information, it really enriches the whole time. So yeah, I've enjoyed it very, very much.
Yes, I was going to ask you, and I know we've talked about this, but let's share this with our audience. And what do you think? Why do you think it's so important to develop effective leaders in our communities, in our businesses? What do you think about that?
Well, you know, it goes back to what John Maxwell says, you know, that leadership is influence, nothing more and nothing less. And so what is your ability to lead? He puts it like, what is your lid or your capacity? And when we invest in our leadership, what we're doing is we're actually raising the lid, which means if I'm a 5 as a leader and I raise my lid to a 6, that increases my ability, my capacity, my influence, which causes the potential of my organization to increase. So I think it's vital for every leader to continue to invest in himself. And of course, that's why John Maxwell has put this Live2Lead on. His goal is to lift the leadership lid of the world, one meeting at a time. So.
Yes, and that's what we're doing right now. And that's, I think, is the key advantage, the takeaway that we have from these meetings, having them every week, once a week for about an hour and a half. Is not really a long time. It's before you go to your office. It's on a Friday, and I think it's a great advantage to really be with a group of like-minded people who want to grow and people who want to benefit from this and make a difference in their businesses, in their families, in their communities, in the country. Now more than ever, we need that, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Most agreed.
And I think that's the advantage of Live2Lead. What we call it, Live2Lead Orlando Plus, right? It's just not only Live2Lead, but it's right here for our community. And the cool thing is we can have anybody from all over the world. But right now we're actually concentrating in the Orlando area. However, if you feel like you want to be with us, you're more than welcome. Our seating is limited. You know, it's only about 10 people. That makes it more, more intimate, and we can actually have everybody participating in it. That I think is one of the biggest advantages of being in Live2Lead Orlando Plus. Mm-hmm. Do you mention any other advantage, David?
Well, I think what we watched, one advantage was a leader brought their whole team along, and they all got on together. A couple of them were from remote locations. Some were at the office. and the leader. And I think we watched a real significant development in the leader. And in the discussion, the leader was able to watch their team expressions and desire and motivation. And I think it was a positive experience, both for the leaders to watch their team and the team to watch their leader learning together. So I think that was a huge advantage.
And not only that, it's a unique experience, a unique opportunity, because since we do it virtually, we can have everybody at once at 8 a.m. And we just watch it there, and it's a lot easier to just instead of just going to a building. And we know this year has been quite a testing year, and we are getting used to actually do meetings like this. And not only that, I see more people more interested. They're actually paying more attention, and it makes it a lot easier for them to do it that way. Sure. I love it. I love the setting that we have. I know. Let's talk about the speakers. We have John Maxwell, is our leadership guru, our mentor as well. We're certified John Maxwell team coaches, and we truly enjoy their philosophy, John Maxwell's philosophy, and the way that he has been designing these leadership development courses, and all the books that he has. And he has quite a really cool things to say when he is speaking right now in Live2Lead 2020. We have other speakers, right?
Yeah, so the surprise, and they said, John Maxwell said he was very excited about having Kat Cole, the Chief Operating Officer and President for Focus Brands. And boy, she sure delivered. She inspired me to think, and she brought that 4 mindsets. She talked about humility, curiosity, courage, and confidence, and wrapped that around her personal story and how she's continued to grow as a leader. And she got us thinking about, the day when we're in our final moments of our days, let's say, God forbid, that long time from now. But she said, think back and what are we going to think about? What do we wanted to make sure we spent the right amount of time on? And it was quite an effective session. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Listened to it 6 times now.
Yeah, and that was Kat Cole. And we also had Alan Mulally. He is a former CEO of Ford as well as Boeing. And his speech was awesome, because I like the strategic thinking behind it, and how he handled and he managed and he led through quite a lot of crises, and the way that he puts people first, and how he put all these executives together to think alike and actually increase the engagement of the employees at the end of his term there. I love the way it was very specific, very clear, and oh my goodness, I learned quite a lot from Alan Mulally.
Yeah, and every leader needs to listen to that session. Every leader needs to listen to the way that he got the best out of his employees. And another one, Tom, I really enjoyed was Craig Groeschel, and just listening to him speak about leadership and developing the awareness that we need as leaders, being able to think. Did you ever know what the Danny Kruger effect was? Wow. I've never heard that explained, and how he brought it in, and that we need to have a mindset that what's going to change, and how are we to make ourselves ready for it, and expect the possibilities of every possible thing that could change will change, and just really getting that mindset wrapped around. He really brought us to, it got me thinking about everything I'm doing as a leader, what I'm going to do in 2021, and paying attention to the trends and making sure that I take advantage of every situation that comes my way, making the best opportunity out of it, and having that mindset. So I really enjoyed him. How about you?
Yeah, that was very challenging. I really enjoyed his speech as well. I think he speaks in our terms. He speaks our language. I truly enjoyed it. It was a surprise to me, Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, when you think about Steve Harvey, you think, well, I guess we're going to have somebody just having a comedy session. And it was nothing, it was really entertaining, of course, but very deep, very insightful, talking about your calling and all the things that, all the episodes in his life and all the things that he had to go through in order to be where he's at. And, how difficult it is for many of us to not realize that what we're going through is going to help us in the future to be at the place, at the location, and be who we are, who we were created to be. I mean, that was really, really, really good. Steve Harvey.
Yeah. And then John capped it off with such a impassioned challenge to all of us that to really get ourselves ready to change our world and really set some, I would say he set the bar really high for all leaders and I think Kat Cole brought this, what are we thinking about to really impact and bring influence to the world around us? So all in all, I tell you, it's I've said it before. I think this was the best one so far, and I've really enjoyed it. I want to be significant. I want to press towards significance, not just surviving, not just being successful, but like he and Steve Harvey said, there's something bigger and better than successful, and that's significance. What we can do for others that really counts. So was a tremendous Live to Lead, and I'm looking forward to going over it all again and with everyone that's going to join us.
Yes, every time I talk to anybody who participated in our sessions, I just receive nothing but really good remarks. And not only that, is how they have been growing and how they grew through our sessions, and myself included. It's amazing. And I think that is a great return on investment. When we invest in ourselves, obviously, many others will do as well. When you invest in growing as a leader in your business, in your family, in your community, in your country, right? People will go after you. People will go with you. And being a leader being a better leader is definitely the greatest return on investment when you join our Live to Lead. So anything else before we go? Final words, David?
You're mentioning the way the group was influenced, and I thought each of the ones I was just speaking with two recently, and their language has changed, and their mindset has changed, and their expectation for the next year has changed. The two of them that called and said, hey, I want to start coaching, and was so convinced that they could be better, they could increase, they could grow and develop their leadership. And it just really encouraged me that they got a lot out of those sessions, and they really have a high expectancy for the new year. So I'm looking forward to it. Yep.
Yes, and if you want to join us, you can always go to our website, deltasuccess.com, Delta Success, altogether, deltasuccess.com. Right on top, you're going to see a Live to Lead 2020. You just can click there and you can register. Also, you can give us a call. You can call David at 407-415-0333, or you can call me at 407-797-4243. And remember, you can also, on our website, deltasuccess.com, you can also schedule for us to meet with you. There's no obligation, of course. We have at least 30 minutes to speak with you and discover your needs when it comes to your company, your leadership skills, developing those leaders around you, as well as growing as a leader. So thank you so very much. And if you have any questions, you got my information already. You got our information. So we'll see you next time. We look forward to seeing you at Live to Lead Orlando Plus. Thank you. January 8, 2021.